Hi, Boom!
Hey, Boom.
We decided we didn't want to play Paladins, so we're just gonna play Paladins through you vicariously together.
Yeah, we're
Special.
gonna tear you two new ones instead of just one.
Exactly. Okay, so there's only really like two Furier loadouts that make sense. One is pretty much the one you're running, um, with Burning Oath 4. The other one is bumping up incandescent being, aka health, up to 3. Wait, 4. It's like it could be like 4, and then also doing self heal 4. Hold on, does he not have self heal?
He has self heal at 4.
Oh,
It's just
I'm
a matter of you either run
I
the
might
shield
have
card
done.
or you don't.
Yeah, I'm like
Sometimes shield card's not necessary.
I totally
Sometimes
misread that. My bad.
it's
Yeah,
okay. That's why I'm here
it's
for you.
it's yes. This is why Sam is here. So I don't. I only need half a brain. Yeah. So what Sam said, not Burning Oath. It was Light of Dawn. So some people basically have Light of Dawn. Some people just don't have Light of Dawn. If you don't have Light of Dawn, you invest more into self heal and health. You run like self heal 5, I think, and health 3. And then if you have Light of Dawn, this is a good loadout. So you buy a morale boost first, which totally fine for Furia. Like half the Furia players do it. I think personally, Kronos is better as a first pick. Just having played like with Morale 1 first or Kronos first, and I prefer Kronos. And especially I think when you have Light of Dawn, because you're applying a 200 health shield that's, obviously uncauterizable, and they need Wrecker for that to get rid of it. Um, it makes more sense since you're reapplying a shield more. You know.
Yeah. That said, your team does have good sustain, so you won't be punished too hard for going for not getting Chronos.
True. So
So
it's
not a
not
bad
like
pickup.
it's not a
Yeah.
big deal. It's just something to think about. All right.
Also, your team draft is insane. Like, this is a dream draft.
Yeah, and they
And
have
there's
Ceres.
they have seven that's for them, but like your team draft is just so good. Uh, so yeah. Also, nice trio queue you got going here.
Mm-hmm. Both Makoa waifus, man.
So there you could have jumped on against the wall to heal the barrack instead of missing. If you do a wall jump, it gives you a better angle. Might as well try. Nice rotation.
Yeah, I
Basement.
like that you stayed in that cubby because you are very safe in there. Your
Yeah.
heal priority, because obviously I recorded it, so I already watched it. Your heal priority is fine. I have no real issue with it in general.
See, I would have just thought that Cassie was done,
Yeah,
but then you
yeah,
could
and not
actually.
even if she wasn't, like, I wouldn't have gone, like, you went way out of your way. Like, you didn't care if you were gonna, like, take a million damage to heal that Cassie. Like, I know Yuki's in your party and you want to heal him, but I think you just got lucky that you didn't get punished for doing that. That's my
Yeah.
opinion. And you keep peeking the Strix, you know he's
Yeah.
there.
If I were you in this context, I would have just rotated all the way to where the ED was earlier, just because you had the health to like do so, and it would have given you a better angle on the point that your tanks needed. And also, this area is just safe from the Strix, considering where he's playing. Nice using your ult very early, since you got button round boost. That's sort of the point.
So
So
there
that's
you,
a.
you could have healed your EV twice. It didn't really matter, but just she lived, but she was on point as an EV, and you healed your like mostly full health tanks. I know that one you just missed, but I don't know if you just didn't care about the EV.
Leave it to Boom to miss auto aim, Kappa.
So one
Um,
thing I do notice you do is like, cause Sam mentioned auto aim, is that if you watch yourself like very carefully through this game and where you're looking, it's very strange that you do this because Furia is auto aim. Like you would do this more with Damba because you have to track your heal targets, but you like stare down your heal targets sometimes, like for like a whole entire second. Like there, you stare him down. There's really no need. You can just like look around, do other things. But like throughout the game, you waste a lot of time tracking your next heal target, and it's like a mini tunnel vision almost.
yeah, and it also honestly seems a little bit like you're not fully comfortable with how the auto aim heals work anymore. I know that you used to play a lot of Genos and Ceres, but I don't think you do anymore. And I think you just sort of forgot like how to target somebody when there's a bunch of people grouped up together. Because there have been a couple times now that you've missed a heal, and my tip is to aim a lot higher upwards, or and that way it usually makes it easier to sort of target one individual in a group of many. You can also aim downwards, but then you can't see anything. So
no, up is good. Like especially if you jump as furia.
Yeah, it tends to help a lot.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it does.
Yeah, your team has a lot of sustain, which is really nice for you. You could also like, I mean, so save for the Strix, right? Don't peek the Strix too much. You don't have to, but like you can peek the tanks a little bit if you want, because you do have self heals 4, and since Caught isn't online yet, like you can play a little more with like your health aggressively, so that you can get more consistent beams on people and make those plays. But yeah, I would not have stayed out there with the Strix. You should have gone as quickly as possible.
Yeah, you did not respect.
You should be dead.
Angles. Yeah, the Strix.
You just missed 2 shots. That's all. Like you should be dead.
Their Strix was not very good.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to see you spam beams a little more. Like, so I mean, I do this as well on a Furia, but like a good Furia considers the map geometry when she spams her beams. So if you're looking to beam someone, like you can try to make it hit them, but like if it's then gonna go off the map, it might not be worth it. It might be better to like spam it where they want to walk and sort of like go down a choke point and get people that are behind them as well.
Yeah.
And just sort of use it in that way rather than just like going for an Inara and like missing her and then the beam goes off La La Land when it could have stunned like the Ceres in the back line by accident.
Yeah.
Because spam beams stun all kinds of people.
The best beams are definitely through chokes or like if you have to like right in front of you.
Yeah, because
you can't miss kinds.
Yeah, it essentially is like a mini tank in the sense that it just like forces space on a choke point for you.
That's
also
the
like
other.
Cassie. Did you just not see that? I don't guess you didn't see the Cassie.
He was.
Cassie was
I guess she was low behind him, but there was like no one.
He was in LOS. Like, might as well heal her.
Might as well. Yeah, get the free credits. Yeah. I was gonna say something, so I forgot.
I would buy Chronos now.
Oh, I was gonna say yes. So if you do start Morale, I definitely like buying Chronos like right after Morale 1. Unless you really are steamrolling them, which you're not, because if you were, you'd have to be up like 2-0.
Yeah. I was gonna say use your ult soon, and you did, which is good, because you have Morale 2.
Yeah, Boom likes to do the thing where he waits a little bit until when he has enough Wrath, which I've actually stopped thinking was super value. Like I don't think like Furia herself having full Wrath is unnecessary.
Yeah. I mean, it's also nice for just if your team, like, if the fight has gone on for a little bit, some your cooldowns have like been used, and then suddenly there's a Furia ult, it makes it a lot better of a Furia ult usually.
I'm gonna pause for a sec. So that beam that you just sent at the con, because he is grab con, I wish you'd done that more throughout this game, because with a grab con specifically, he's locked in his animation when he's grabbing, and even if he's like kind of sort of like, as long as he's not like half a map away, you can just aim your beam at him and he'll more or less likely, like half the time, probably just be in it or like walk into it, and that's like, you can't follow up on his own stun then if you do that. So I saw you trying that, and I wish you'd done that more.
Because I mean, also just tell your team to buy Resil if they haven't.
Yes.
I don't know if they, but like this game, like they have a lot of CC, so like you guys probably want Resil.
So I kept checking. I kept checking that throughout the game. So both teams needed Resi, like a lot of Resi, and neither team got it. I think Bear got some later on. Like I toggle between like KD or whatever and items, and very few people got it. I'm surprised they did not get fucked harder.
Yeah, how did you not get Resil into Inara, GrabCon, and Strix? Like, there's so many reasons.
Just GrabCon alone, I would say both tanks need it like instantaneously, but
yeah. Okay, so, yeah, you got the heal on Barrack, really important because he has to get touch. If you keep him alive here, which would be huge, that'd be like, I don't know why Eevee decided to die on point. I would ult again as soon as you can.
Or something, I don't know. I think
that was a good ult.
Okay, so I noticed starting from around here that, yes, you're doing a ton of really good damage, especially to your tanks, but they have a Ceres who are just like shoving her hand up her tank's asses, and you don't have caught. And if I were you this game, I would have bought caught, and that may have made the difference. Like, you keep shooting their tanks, but they don't take damage, essentially, because you have 0 caught, and it's a Ceres.
That was nice shots by the Andrew. The other thing about that, what Akubo just said, is you could also consider shooting the Ceres or the backline, because she's probably not going to look at that as much.
That's true, too, yes.
And that might force her out, or force her to put a heal not on the tanks, and in doing so, the damage will stick, because she's not healing the tanks. Yeah, I also would have bought Kronos and not Amaral 3, just because your team does have a lot of sustain, but you need to heal them more, and there have been a couple times where it might have helped to have a couple more beams, a couple more heals, whatever it might be. Furious cooldowns are pretty good. Also, like, here you're just not healing. Yeah.
Like, shooting that wall, I think I know why you did that, because Cassie was behind the wall, and again, I know you're using your party, and he's like, help me, and you're like, what do I do? But sometimes when you're in a party, it's easy to tunnel vision.
Yeah, I would ult again, because you have it, and you have Morale 3, so you get it back in time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Just considering that you bought Morale 3, I want to literally see ulting off cooldown. Perfect, I like it. You're ulting a lot this game, which is great.
I would almost say, given that you have Morale 3, you didn't even ult as much as I thought you did. Or you know what I mean? Like, you didn't ult as much as I thought you could have.
I mean, so far it's only the 3rd point, so it's fine. Like,
sometimes I ult like 3 times in 1 point fight.
Yeah, that's because the point fights take like years.
I know.
But yeah. The other thing, your positioning is a little awkward a lot of the time. I feel like you are committing to the objective when your tanks don't. I would rather see you either play with your tanks or on this hold, just go to your team's high ground. Like, tell your team, no healing for 5 seconds, I'm going to go to my high ground, because you keep taking angles that the Strix can shoot you at, and he's shooting you sometimes, and it's sort of poking you out. But, like, it's damage that you don't have to take. It's damage that you're choosing to take because you're trying to get safe... Sorry, you're like, trying to get angles to heal your tanks, but your tanks aren't really, like, stopping the main choke, which they don't really have to, as long as they're holding off everybody else. But if you're playing like up on this top left, you could probably just see everything that you need to see, get the damage you need to get the beams you need to get, without peeking the Strix. You can even self-cart from up there, I think, if you have their positioning, but it's probably not safe because they'll just shoot you. But like, point is, yeah.
Sorry.
Just do that.
If you had Kronos, you might have been able to save your Atlas, actually.
Yeah.
Especially Kronos, too. But yeah, more Kronos equals more beams, too. So that's actually, like, the spirit beams are, like, I hate using the word low-key, but sometimes it's just, like, it's underrated sometimes. And yes, I agree with Sam. Like, you peek a lot of angles you should not peek, and it's not only peeking; it's like you just stay.
Yeah, you like stand. Yeah. You can tank one shot from Strix, no problem.
But it's
especially
like 3.
Like, if you're healing. But like, you shouldn't be in a position where Strix can shoot you more than once, or else you might die. You're not guaranteed to die, but you might die.
You didn't die because she wasn't very good. But...
Yeah, but that's the it's kind of thing where like you're opening up the chance of those things. You bought Kronos and Haven.
Hold on, I'm so confused. I wanted to show you because I flipped to the. There we go. See, you see? So Barrack got Resi 1. That's it.
Oh my god, dude.
That's it.
Why is no one else buying Resilient?
In this entire game.
Dude, I thought Atlas was AV4 UP is actually quite a good player, and I don't know why he's not playing Resilience. It's so stupid.
Okay, to be fair to Atlas, just a little bit fair, he's been saving his rewinds for when Khan stuns him.
Imagine not having to.
I know, right?
Isn't that great?
But then Khan doesn't follow up on it. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. Khan's grab is a shorter cooldown than Atlas rewind anyway. I would take that trade any day.
That's true.
One other thing is that your Eevee has gotten very, very, very little love from you.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if that's because of the positioning of this game. It's partially because of that. I feel like you try to heal her when possible, but you're just often not in a place where you can.
That beam was actually very good.
That was a nice beam, yeah. But it's a lot of it is on you. Like, you have a responsibility to be in a position where, again, like, you can heal your whole team, and your team has a responsibility to peek you. But Eevee hasn't been playing in a way that screams particularly like, oh, I can't heal her. Also, right there, I would heal the Cassie and not the Barrack, because Cassie has no defensive cooldowns, whereas Barrack still had bowling ball and whatnot. So just like, Cassie should have died. Khan just missed his shots. But yeah, so like Eevee could definitely use a little more love. Oh, you're getting pushed. Yeah, nice
good
beam. I mean, that was total luck in my opinion.
Yeah.
Still nice.
I mean, some beams are just total luck.
Yeah, that was really good.
Good kill on Andrew.
Yeah. So I understand
ult
leaving the
here.
Cassie to dry.
Heal the Eevee first. Okay, there. Do you agree he should have healed? I think
Yes.
he should have healed the Eevee. I think I went back a bit far, but let's just
I also like the idea of leaving Cassie to get out of combat until the wall is like in your way. Then I would have just turned and popped the heal on her, just get her back in the fight sooner. But I think you guys are getting kills here anyway, so it should be okay.
Even this beam is a bit. I wouldn't have done this. I would have healed. Well, I guess he had a cooldown. So
yeah,
beam,
cooldown, so
heal Eevee. Heal Eevee first, and then ult.
Yeah, especially when the Eevee ice block's on point. That
Yeah.
literally is like the most direct
Yes.
way of her saying, "I really want to heal right now."
Yes, and where if she ice blocks anywhere in your line of sight, like that sound of the ice block should like make you pay attention.
Yeah, nice awareness. The Andrew's probably gonna ult. Like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. Okay, nice job of
Yeah,
winning
that was good. Okay, so okay, that's fine.
The double stack, huge value.
Again, one of those
Yeah.
cases where you guys are pouring so many shots onto their tanks, but you don't have caught. I think your whole team didn't get caught 3 until like a little bit later after this or something.
Yeah.
Like you just don't have enough caught. Like shoot someone else, like Sam said, shoot the Ceres. You don't have to kill her at all. Just make her back out. Furia shooting the other support is so good because it's really hard to miss. And oh, this was so bad. I don't know what you were doing, boy.
I think he just didn't know the Andrew was there. I saw the Andrew for a split second, but I think that's because we have the wall hacks. I don't think anybody
yeah.
saw him. Like their team was trying to zone, but they didn't react to that. It happens. Like he's like on the left here already, and like,
Yeah.
like the team didn't realize that he's already through.
He took
and then,
3 shots before moving. That was.
yeah, sometimes it's hard to react quickly. Not everybody's a god like you.
Well, that's not what I said at all. Just okay. I guess 3 shots is not that much time. Just unfortunate.
It's like a second. It's
yeah,
like 1
it's
second time.
It's
Yeah.
very, very unfortunate.
Yeah, honestly, I find it really strange that your Eevee always collapses to point so soon.
She's always very nervous about touching.
Yeah, like I appreciate the effort, but like, not necessary. Yeah, good heal on the Atlas there rather than the Barrack. You were struggling to do that earlier, but you're figuring it out. Yeah, so here I like the shoulder peeking heals.
Okay. So my opinion on this one, I know Sam said earlier you should hold high ground and be in a better position, whatever. But in this case, when it's like 93, 99, and I don't think you have the time to like go up to high ground for this.
Furthermore, there's nobody of your team up there, and you saw the Andro. So walking towards the Andro would generally not work out so hard, considering he can delete you.
Like if you had to play
Yeah,
around.
so peeking that again, you should have died. Strix literally did not shoot you, but she should have killed you. That was very silly to peek it again. Yeah, honestly, like Kronos 2 and then Caught 3 would be your best bet. I think Quibble's right. You're doing a lot of damage, but it's just not sticking.
I don't even. I guess Haven's not bad.
Haven's good, yeah. But Haven 1 is already enough to tank 2 shots from the Strix.
That was a nice beam.
Yeah,
He
considering that
walked
you have
into it.
5 heals. Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
here, because you're low, I wouldn't be risking any damage here. Because again, you just stood in a line of sight at 100 HP.
Yes.
If like Nara had accidentally shot through her wall or whatever, like you dead. It's
Like,
over.
if you really, really wanted to, you could have stood here. Like, this is not a bad place to stand. And you can, like, go out slightly when your cooldown was up. But, like, for 2 seconds, you just stood here, Like, if you stand here for 2 seconds and then, like, go like this and come back to get that heal, that works the same way. You get the same effectiveness, but you don't stand out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Also, just for reference, at under 200 HP, an Andro shot from across the map cannot kill you. So if like Andro had seen you and dismounted across the map and hit 1 shot which has accuracy, you would be dead. I don't know how Strix didn't kill you right there earlier as well. But yeah, again, I'd like to see you go to the high ground here. It just seems like it'd be a really good place for you, and it would allow you to fall back safely while still getting really solid heal angles on your team. That said, it's partially in your
Nice
team for
team.
zoning so aggressively. Like,
Yeah.
your team is not considering basic positioning principles, and that's
Okay.
not something you can handle.
You hear, you know where the Inara is. She's like literally in front of you. You hear her alt line start up like right next to you, and you don't hit your F. Like it should be instinctive. You should hear
Not
that
even your
next.
F, hit your ultimate.
Even okay, ultimate is even better. I even forgot you had that up.
Yeah,
but like,
you haven't been using it ult for a while.
if you don't have your ult, like instinctively hit your F. Like at least it gets you out, like further away from her. I don't know why she didn't just shoot you. Okay, whatever.
Honestly, so
Bad Inara ult.
the reason why I said that you should have ulted there is that because the Inara walked into your whole team and had to burn all her cooldowns and got really low, had you ulted, you probably could have just killed her in case she tried to follow up, considering she was already low.
Ult is a definitely better play there.
Yeah. But again, like, just go to the high ground.
Every time.
Yeah. Go high
Like here, here you definitely give a heal and Barrack and then just go. You're
Yeah,
not
like,
gonna lose anything. You're
I
not
don't know
gonna...
why everyone keeps dropping off of it. Yeah, like Barrack playing down here makes sense, but like everybody else,
That's fine.
it's just strange.
You're so
That's a good
close
push by
to
the
their
Cassie.
tanks.
Oh no, Cassie. Okay, Cassie barely won that duel. That was a good push by her with her ult to like win the advantage.
Okay, you see how like I know you want to heal Cassie, but like you're telegraphing it so hard, and it's not the telegraphing doesn't matter, but like you're literally staring her down, and there's no reason to because you know where she is. She's not really gonna move. No, she's not taking any damage. No one's coming at her. In the meantime, you turn off. You have no idea what's here. Someone could be shooting you. You have no idea. Like you're not looking.
You
at
also
anything.
you also walked too far forward. You are no longer in the cover of the boxes. Now you're back.
Yes, I agree. Like, you just ignore everything to get one heal off sometimes.
Yeah, honestly, the entire story of this game is you got to go to high ground and help your team up there and your team has to do that too. Like Atlas keeps going to low ground, and I don't understand why. Like, what is he gonna do there? Like, so stupid.
One really tiny. Oh, what the? Okay. One really
Alice
tiny.
and Quibbleland.
Now everyone knows my Steam. One little thing that you could do that I don't think you do consistently is if you're fighting a flank like Andro, who like has pretty good mobility, and you like get him pretty low, but you can't finish him off. That should have gone on Atlas, by the way.
He missed. You tried. He
Okay,
missed.
I'll just pause in case I missed something. But you can just use your F to finish him off. Like, it's so good. Like, it'll surprise you how often that actually gets the kill. Like, if you just use your... I know it's, like, more prudent to save your F, you know, as an escape, but when you feel safe about it, using your F as damage is pretty good, too.
Yeah, it's a very solid chunk. And if you're buying Chronos, you'll also be able to use it more often, so
Yes, exactly.
consider that. So, like, here...
I would ult.
Yeah, so...
I mean,
Well, I would have ulted. I also would have
something.
been shooting at the Andro rather than the tanks there. Eevee did
Yeah.
kill the Andro, but like you could have gotten, you could have actually killed him from this range. Because furuia does a ton of damage even at range. So it would have been possibly worth doing that. Here it's good. You're not picking districts. Like it's a very smart move. Good job.
Okay, so there's a little bit more resi. You see that? Atlas has one.
Yeah.
Cassie
Well,
has
Resi one, huge
Sarah's
value.
is Resi 3. She was the smartest player in this game.
Yeah.
You could have shot the Andro, actually. Like, you could have stayed on the right of that pillar.
Honestly, here I would have. I guess now that Cassie's dead, I wouldn't do it. But you could have pushed up with your Cassie a little bit there just to
Yeah.
help her out. Because your tanks are both playing in point and not zoning. Like Atlas could be zoning. I like Barrack on point, but Atlas, I don't know.
You could have tried, like, just hard pocket your Cassie, because she needed it.
Yeah, because she was the only one doing that. But you guys just lost with this results. That's it. It's yeah. Like,
Yeah, at this point,
no way.
no.
Look at that damage with the F. Wow.
I know.
That was like all. He tracked him all the way up there too. Incredible.
Yeah.
That's actually like I didn't know I could do that. Like that
It's
kind of
so.
angle.
It's actually so good.
Disgusting.
Like,
Yeah.
again, underrated. Okay, low key OP.
Remember when it went through walls? That was fun.
No, was that like?
It went through
unrelated?
walls a little bit. It would track you through the wall and just like take the corner really sharply. So like you're supposed to be able to like you were supposed to be able to like hide behind a wall to like block the orbs, but
Yeah.
they would just like go to the corner and then just 90-degree turn right at you, and it was like, how do you dodge this shit? But
That's
it just
so funny. That's
Yeah,
like
it was
fucking
awesome.
Luna these days. You saw
Yeah.
that on that? Yeah. It's so funny when you're like off the map and Luna like chases you off the map.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to this game. Do we have any concluding
Yeah.
remarks?
So just to like wrap it up, I think you could consider getting Chronos sooner, especially considering that I like the ulting a lot, but I don't think like in my opinion the difference between Morale Boost 2 and 3 isn't too big
I agree.
because you're
For
not
most
guaranteed to get
games.
the opportunities for the good for those good ults. I think 2 is enough.
Basically, if it's a choice between Morale 3 and Chronos, Chronos wins. If it's
Yeah,
like you maxed out most other things, or not maxed out, but it's like, well, I have 900 credits. It's whatever. Late in the game, it's a long game. Like what can I buy? It's like I'll just go Morale 3. Or it's like right before a round starts, you have like 90%, and you're like, okay, Morale 3. It's like special situations where you would go Morale 3 specifically.
Yeah. So the other thing is just points of what we said. You stand in sight lines a lot longer than you need to or have to, and you're also forcing yourself to stand in those sight lines by never going to the high ground or positioning in the high ground. Your team needs to buy Rezo. You need to yell them to do that. You're in a party, like tell your teams to buy Rezo because
Yes,
goddamn.
yell at them. God, that was tilting to watch. Just all the
Also,
tanks
your
getting
team,
farmed.
you guys won the first mid fight. I'm pretty sure, right? Or you almost won the first mid fight, but you won it because you guys all went to the high ground and you just steamrolled. And then every other mid after that, you guys just didn't do that. And then Andro and Strix would eventually push up there, and it was really rough for you. So I would have liked to see you guys play there, because when you had control of that, like their whole team was playing on that left side near the like water, and like it was so awkward for the enemy team. Like Strix had to go all the way to like your side of the map. He was shooting you from this like awkward ass angle. You just moved, and the Strix had to take like 10 seconds to rotate to do anything else. So I really liked that positioning, that first mid. You did a really good job with like reacting to the flow of the fight.
Yes,
You guys have to do that more, like just more. Do that again. And the other last thing is like, debatably, you could play a little closer to your team on the mid fights. You were often really separated from them because you went to the right side, but they went to the left side or something like that.
He went to the right side because Khan was shooting him through
Yeah,
the
but
left
like,
of point, that doorway.
like his team was often left-ish. So like I don't know, maybe the right side's still safer. I just felt like Andro was able to walk at you pretty easily, and you couldn't. Like it sort of just forced you to back out and go back, and it was awkward. It felt awkward, but that's probably because your team was all like diving their back line while not stopping the con, while Andro was on the high. It was just confusing. It was a stupid game.
I thought, okay, for me personally, I thought that was okay. Like, it didn't feel that bad to me. I think it felt awkward because I feel like that was the best position he could have taken given where his team and their team was positioned.
Yeah, I guess so.
It wasn't like readily obvious that there was like much better position. I agree it felt awkward, but I'm like, I don't think it could have done any better. Okay, so notes for me, again, you should have healed the Eevee more. Like, you just kind of ignored her most of the game. You could have looked for her a little bit more. Obviously, she has to come to you, but also don't like tunnel vision in on like one person to heal them. Like either your next heal target or like, I mean, I guess your next heal target. Like, don't like walk like half the map away, like not knowing who's gonna shoot at you from like the side because you've turned your back to them completely. You even do this in like little moments of just like you're looking at your next heal target for like a second. It doesn't make any sense. And then consider buying Cauterized. Consider shooting not tanks because Furia's weapon is so good at just making people back out. You don't have to kill them, just make them back out.
And consider telling Yuki to just stick on you so that you guys can just be a tag team. Because when you were healing Yuki actually made some pretty good plays, and Yuki also helped keep people off you a couple times, but then like he would just leave you. Like it's okay for you guys to just be like a little tag team duo. I think that would have made me feel a lot safer about you being on that high ground on the right side.
Yeah, that could have worked.
That could have been a really strong way to at least keep you safe and give Cassie good angles and get her the heals that she needs. Because I know that Yuki can definitely like do that carry.
Yeah, I think there might have been a chance if you just straight up pocketed him at the very end when he was on their high ground right before they all came back in and pushed. If you could have kept him alive there, you guys probably had a really good chance. But you gave him one heal and then turned away from him. He dies. And you turned away from him to heal one of the tanks, but the other tank was full health and the one tank you healed was like half. They could have lived a little bit longer. I don't think they needed your attention right away.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Also, the last thing is like this is something that Quibble might disagree with me like a little bit on, but starting with like the middle of the game, and towards the end game, you healed a lot of people that were under the effects of Cauterize 3. I don't know how much rejuve they had, but it you were pouring a ton of resources into your Barrack and Atlas, and their health bars were still going down.
Yeah.
And when that happens, like it's almost like, you know what, it's not my fault. Like you probably could have healed the Cassie or the Eevee, and like maybe that would have helped them turn a tide in the fight. Because like 100 HP to Cassie feels a lot better than 100 HP to Atlas. So like if you're gonna be doing a COP 3 heal, I'd prefer it to be on a DPS to help them win their duel. Because if your tanks are just standing on the point, eating damage from Strix, Ceres, you know, at a con and like an Nara at all times, like that's their fault. They need to back out when like their cooldowns are low. They can't rely on just a Furia to keep them alive late game.
It's a little bit more forgivable for him just because.
Yeah, it makes a little bit of sense.
Sorry, just because he was running Light of Dawn. I guess the
Yeah.
shield.
But even then, like
even then, yeah,
your
point
like
applies.
Shield, they sort of I just felt like there's a lot of time that you spent healing a tank and it just didn't matter. And I don't know, like maybe had you looked to heal a DPS, I couldn't really see if there was a DPS to heal. But if you looked for it, it might have been really impactful.
Yes, I agree. I again just looking around more because friggin' auto aim, dude. Like you don't have to focus all your attention tracking your next heal target. Yep, I agree. Okay, let's wrap it up.
Yeah. All right.
It's probably gone on pretty long.
Yeah, it's like 50 minutes now, right?
What?
No, I'm kidding. It's like 30.
Okay, bye, Boom.